Before the video starts, I wanted to say sorry for the delay. I was still deciding if I wanted to keep doing this. But if you're watching, I decided to go through with it. And also, if any of the facts are wrong, I tried. Sorry. Anyways, please enjoy the video. TitanFall 2. This game is probably the definition of a hidden gem. It's made its way to my favorite game of all time. And for good reason. The first Titanfall changed the first person genre without question. It inspired and made, let's just say, some made copies of the movement and everything that came from the first Titanfall. Call of Duty, just to name an example. I'm here to show Titanfall 2 was such a masterpiece to me, and hopefully more of you can find this game. To get the elephant out of the room, the most obvious being the immense movement has made this franchise what it is and why it's unique. From basic wall running to large distance bunny hopping, it is a perfect example of a skill easy to learn and hard to master. But learning these mechanics is, I would say, part of the experience. Zooming around enemies is a feeling I have not experienced in a video game, and I don't know if I ever will feel that feeling again. The multiplayer is a great experience and a nice addition to Titanfall 2. And I've made some of the nicest and awesome people on there. But I just believe that out of all the experiences and all the games I've played, I don't think this is the best multiplayer. And not to mention all the frequent server outs that I can't even play multiplayer anymore. So I looked over and started to try out the Frontier Defense game mode on Titanfall 2, and I say that is the greatest. I've had so much fun recently playing, just messing around, not messing around on Frontier Defense, just doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and that's probably one of my favorite parts of Titanfall 2. Okay, this is where we're gonna get into spoilers for Titanfall 2's campaign. So if you haven't played it, what are you doing? Play it. It is one of the greatest things you will ever experience. So I'll give you 5 seconds to get out of here and just play it. I recommend it highly. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Now all the dilly dackers and nilly knockers are gone. Now we can get into the Titanfall 2's campaign. I believe that this is one of, if not the best campaign, and I'm trying not to be biased here. It's just, when you play this, you start to feel connected with the world, and it's so hard to not feel connected. All the levels, they feel like they meant towards something, and some of them may not be, but you felt like they were meant to something. They concluded to something. And the bond you get to go with one of the coolest robots ever. You'll meet BT-7274. And the more you bond with BT, which makes his death at the very end even more tragic than it already is. I did have a very noticeable problem with Titanfall 2's campaign, and that was the ridiculously easy bosses. Except for Viper. I thought he was very difficult, but I put it on hard, I put it on master, whatever the hardest one is, and it just really didn't change anything. They were so easy. Like, how did the militia not take these guys out? These weak little predators, dude, they're just so weak. Little, they're so weak, dude. Anyways, I'm just gonna. This is where it's all gonna go sad and stuff because I've been hyping it up all this time, but in reality, Titanfall 2 is just a modern tragedy, I guess. I say this because Apex Legends. I probably will make a video on Apex Legends, but Apex Legends just it killed Titanfall. That's what killed Titanfall. No one else did. Well, I guess the players of Apex killed Titanfall. With Apex's success, Titanfall falls into its ginormous shadow. And with news of an upcoming Apex Universe single player coming, I sadly think we'll have to say goodbye to this short lived but loved franchise. To try to end this off of a high note, I decided to collaborate with some of my friends. If they want their YouTube channels posted, they'll be posted down below. So I asked what they thought of Titanfall 2, and here's what they had to say. First up is Icy Kilo 69. And he did not want to voice record himself, so I'm just going to read it out for him. Here, by the way, whatever he says is him, not me. Titanfall 2 is mid, low key. It was great on release, but it slowly went downhill when the release of Apex Legends went live. To be honest, Apex Legends made such a big impact on the universe that the lore and etc. just doesn't make sense. It's very confusing and odd. The multiplayer sucks, matchmaking wise, anyways. Gameplay is good. The campaign is a masterpiece. The storytelling and detail is spot on. Plus, easy to be attached to characters. Basically, Titanfall 2 was ruined by Apex Legends. And I could not agree more. This was Crazy Genoa's response.
The Titanfall 2 campaign is probably one of the best stories in a game that I've ever played. The stuff about the war is great. The characters are amazing. All the Titans and stuff are, they're just extremely well made. I can't think of a single reason not to buy this game, honestly. Even if you don't have any online, which I don't, you just, the campaign, it's able to be, replayed over and over, and you don't get bored of it. Everything in it is just amazing, all the missions, all the, story. The ending, I don't want to spoil the ending, but the ending is honestly just so heartbreaking. And, while the credits are rolling and you see Jack Cooper, living his life as a new pilot, it's honestly just amazing. I know I keep saying that a lot, but it's truly just amazing. It's one of the best, if not the best, stories that I've ever seen implemented into a video game.
Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm surprised you made it through without cringing half to death. So I hope you all have a great day.